I want to make something absolutely clear. I'm not saying don't invest in the stock market. The real point of this video is pull you back from fantasy to reality. Yes, invest in the stock market if you'd like to see 5%, 6%, 7%, 8%, 9%, or 10% return on your money. But if you think it's going to make you rich, you need to watch this video from beginning to end. This is a reality check.
You're watching The Plain Bagel. Welcome to another Party Pooper video. I've been getting a lot of dumb YouTube ads about people selling trading strategies. You know, people saying, oh, I've used this one strategy, this very simple strategy for 10 years and I've made millions of dollars or whatever. And I think those are very harmful. And in the current environment, advertisements like that and programs like that are left to thrive, usually at the detriment of many investors. So I wanted to take a moment to make a very sobering statement, which is that investments won't make you rich, probably. At least not in the short term. Investments are able to bridge the gap between what we have and what we need, but it's not able to make wealth out of thin air. And I'll explain later why I think that having this mentality that investments can make you rich is not only foolish, but it can be harmful to your own financial well-being. But we'll start by going over the 3 points that I maintain show why investments won't make you rich. And the first one is that you need money in the first place to become rich with investments. Even if you make an incredible investment decision, you need money in the first place for that to reap proper rewards. If you invest $1,000 and earn 100%, that's great, but you made another $1,000, which doesn't make you rich. Great return, but you're not quite there yet. And people might point to individuals who have made a lot of money off of investments and say, well, they did it, why can't I? But there was a survey done by Spectrum Group, which polled households with net values between...
So I just wanted to reiterate that point. So I work in finance, and in the office, $1 billion a day would be uneventful. Personally, an extra $1,000 a month really wouldn't do much for me. Really wouldn't change my lifestyle. It just really wouldn't be a big difference. Now, that being said, this is a very strong point. Any potential to make a lot of money investing in the stock market requires that you have a lot of money to invest in the first place. It's simple math. A 10% return on $20,000 is not a big deal. A 20% return on $50,000 is not a big deal. Don't get me wrong. Those are certainly healthy returns, but they're not making you rich. And you're certainly not going to get wealthy from those types of returns on your investments. Now, if you're investing $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, a million, now you're talking.
Dollars outside of their primary residence. So,
and yes, there are a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's way more focus on how much money you can make in the stock market as an individual. There's way more focus on that from individuals who are themselves trying to get wealthy from selling you the idea that you can get wealthy from following their programs. I will give you a great piece of advice. If you see someone online selling you something where they're going to show you how you can get rich, or they try to be slick and they don't tell you directly that you're going to be rich, but they're showing you all these, look at my mansion and look at this and all that, showing you all these images of luxury and trying to plant in your mind about this image of wealth. If you see anyone doing that and telling you they got some kind of secret and the secrets they don't want you to know, extremely likely that whatever they're selling is nonsense, and all they're trying to do is do what you're trying to do, which is to get wealthy, which means they're not wealthy themselves. And if they are wealthy, the way they got wealthy was by selling the so-called secrets to wealth that apparently didn't work for them. So be extremely skeptical about any of these guys selling you any kind of program, because as someone who has been in the industry for 2 decades, I can tell you, I have seen little to no interest from most of my colleagues in investing themselves with their own money. We make plenty of money from doing our jobs, that there's little incentive for us to get involved in the stock market and how you're going to get rich. A lot of money is made on the stock market, but on an institutional level, right? $1 billion a day. What kind of profit do you think we make on $1 billion? That's where the money is, not in your $10,000, $50,000, or even $100,000 investment. Again, if you can do well with that kind of money, you can certainly make good returns, but you're not going to get rich investing in a stock market if you aren't already more than halfway there.
Investments don't make anyone rich. The S&P 500 for the past 90 years has an annual return, average return of 9.8%, which by the way is pretty darn good in the world of investments. If you could lock in 9.8% for the rest of your life, I'd go all in. I'd certainly lock that in. But it's not going to make you a millionaire overnight. You could just do the math to see that. Let's say, for example, that you have $10,000 to invest, and you're able to get that S&P 500 average return of 9.8%, ignoring taxes and fees, which would probably bring that down a few percentage points. But let's say you invest that amount and you earn this return. It would take you 51 years to hit $1 million with that amount. So unless you...
And keep in mind, with that example he just gave, that the number was $1 million. A million. The point I'm making by pointing that out is $1 million sounds nice, but it's really not that much money, especially considering it took you 51 years to get it. You can eat through $1 million really fast. 2 exotic cars, $400,000 each, $1 million with tax. 2 cars. You saved up or invested for 51 years to make enough money to buy 2 cars. Now, don't get me wrong. $1 million is no small amount of money. And if you're smart, you can do a lot with that. I mean, think about taking half of that money, buying a house, $500,000 house, buying it cash, no mortgage, renting it out, no mortgage, and renting it out. You do that in the right area. Let's say you get $2,800 a month for the rent, and all you got to pay is insurance and taxes. So I'm pretty sure you could easily bring in $2,000 a month. And remember, the rent, generally speaking, depending on where you are, you can increase it by, say, 3% per year. So if you're getting $2,600 a month now, 3% would be $78. So you can increase your income, your monthly income, by $78 per year. So 78 times 10 would be $780. Now, obviously, it's 3% of the current rent. So since the rent is going up every year, you can't simply multiply 78 by 10 because 78 is only 3% of the $2,600 rent. But when the rent goes up, then the next year is going to be 3% of the new rent. And then the next year is going to be 3% of that rent. So $780 per month increase in income is only a baseline, but it's certainly going to be much more than that. Maybe $790, $800, who knows? But in 10 years, you could be charging much more than $3,380 per month in rent. Now, with $1 million, you can even get a 5 family. So now you're getting 5 rents. You could be netting well over $44,000 a year, doing little to no work. All you're doing is functioning as a landlord, but even that, you can hire someone to do that work. So the most of the work could essentially be cashing the checks. So $1 million is nothing to laugh at. But still, 51 years to make $1 million is certainly nothing like these people are selling you online. All these Tim Sykes and individuals with their luxury lifestyle commercials talking about they're going to show you some secret. I know a lot of people really wish and want this to be true. You really wish that there was some kind of secret that you could just follow some steps and all of a sudden, your income increases drastically, and within 6 months to a year, even a few years, you could be living the life you've always wanted to. But unfortunately, reality is 90% of the time, by my estimation, most of the stuff is just absolutely nonsense. If you really want to achieve wealth, one of the two main ways, depends on your definition of wealth, of course. Two main ways. Easier way, potentially, is what worked for me, which is basically find a high income career to take on. Now, I didn't choose my career because of the money. I chose my career because of my love of the work. It's something I enjoy doing. Money was a bonus. And you'll find that many successful people, that's how it is for them. They do what they love. So no one can work harder and better than they can, because when you get tired and frustrated, they're still pushing on because they're getting enjoyment from the work they're doing. So finding a high income job is not that difficult. Now, getting the job, that's another story, but finding it, it's a Google search. Google high income jobs. Match those jobs with your skill sets, or the kind of things that you're good at, and take one of those jobs, get the benefits, not have to take on the stress of running your own business. You just got to show up every day and do your job. Money just magically shows up in your account. That's one of the easiest ways. Depending on if you can match your skill set or potential skill set, because you can learn and grow, match it with a high income career, pursue it with diligence, resilience, discipline, get the job, get that high income, and you're good to go. It doesn't end there. You have the high income, you can reinvest that income into other things to make even more money. Which brings me to the method number 2, which is start a business. Stop being a complainer. You see things in this world that annoy you, and you see a lot of people being annoyed by it. It's frustrating, doesn't make any sense. Find a solution. If you can solve a popular problem, do it effectively, and you can market that solution, you can make a lot of money really quickly from starting a business. Fortunately, most businesses fail. Reasons for that. But that doesn't change the fact that if you can find a solution, an effective solution for something that is frustrating for a lot of people, people will pay you a lot of money for your solution. So get into a high income career or start a business. Not just to start a business. You've got to bring that value. Don't just go with the idea of like, oh, that's the way to make a lot of money. I'm just going to start a business. What should I do? Let me do a car wash business. Let me do this. No. Find some kind of immense value that you can bring to the world that people will pay you handsomely for. Build that business before someone else does. And more importantly, or just as important, market it. Marketing is key. I don't care how good your business is. I don't care how good your product is. If no one knows it exists, guess what? You're not going to make a lot of money from it.
Example is the loss aversion bias, one of the biggest ones, which is when things are down, we want to cut our losses. We worry about losing more money, and that often leads us to selling at the worst possible time. There are things like anchoring, which is when something happens in the past, we have a hard time changing our perception of how things should occur in the future based on this past event. Bitcoin is a great example of that. Some people saw the massive return of Bitcoin and are still holding on thinking that that return is going to repeat because it happened in the past. It should happen again. But that's an example of anchoring. There's also herding, which is the idea that we often follow the decisions of other people. So when markets are down, we tend to follow the herd and do what they do because we don't want to, stick our neck out and try something different because it might turn out poorly. And then,
unlike I would do, which is when the markets are down, that's the discount market. That's when I jump in and scoop up the deals. When the market is hot, that's when I get nervous because I know sooner or later it's going to change direction. So more conservative when the market is really on fire, aggressive when it's down. And as the market gets higher and higher, my aggression gets lower and lower and lower until at one time I get mostly cash like I am now because of the Trump nonsense. So I've liquidated most of my positions. I'm in mostly cash, and now I'm looking at real estate investing as something that I can do in the meantime.
Where we don't like the feeling of regret, obviously, but that can thereby paralyze us in making decisions. We don't want to regret selling when things are high. We don't want to regret.
Do you guys want to watch the full video? This is a really good video. You guys can watch the full video here by the Plain Bagel. I'll put a link to his channel. It's an awesome video. But bottom line is, you have a lot of charlatans out there that are selling these programs, talking about they're going to tell you secrets and I got this one system. It's all nonsense. Well, let me correct that. There may be some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, if you assume that everyone that approaches you with some secret or I got some plan and some strategy, if you assume that every single one of them are basically snake oil salesmen, you're going to be right far more than you're ever going to be wrong. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.